Before we start this list of the top 10 greatest NBA players in history, please remember that this is just our opinion. Feel free to write down your top 10 in the comment section below. We know everyone isn't going to agree, but nonetheless, we hope you see our arguments. Enjoy the video. Number 10. Kobe Bryant. Some may think Kobe shouldn't be on this list. Others may think he should be higher. We think Kobe's right for number 10 for a few reasons. He's a 5-time champion, he has 2 finals MVPs and 1 regular season MVP. He also has 18 All-Star appearances and is well deserved for having arguably the greatest sports ethic we've ever seen. The Black Mamba is number 3 all-time scoring, and he's also an underrated passer. Let's not forget his 81-point game and the fact that he spent 2 decades with one franchise. He's a true legend, and only he can go out with 60 points in a clutch effort after seasons of unfortunate injuries. Kobe is as close as Jordan will probably ever see, and that's not bad for someone that was drafted straight out of high school.
Kobe's got the Lakers' last tip. Bryant for 3. Will Kobe give them one last gamer? Bryant on the move with the jumper.
Number 9. Larry Bird. With a nickname like Larry Legend, we would hope that he's made the list. The man has won 3 championships and 3 MVPs. He also has 2 finals MVPs, and he's a 2-time member of the prestigious 50-40-90 club. Larry Bird is one of the deadliest clutch shooters we've ever seen, and he can make a solid case for the greatest small forward of all time. With averages of 24.3 points, 10 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game, he truly brought the whole package. If it wasn't for the fact that he was plagued with injuries, Bird easily could have been higher on this list. One of the best trash talkers ever, he's won Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year after his days as a player. This member of the Dream Team showed that white guys can play amongst the best.
He's floating it ahead to Bird, now to Cam Vincent, to Bird, and it goes! Incredible! And the ball cannot pass behind the basket.
At number 8, we have Oscar Robertson. The man who is famous for averaging a triple-double in an entire NBA season definitely has a rightful spot on the list. He's won 1 NBA championship and surprisingly only 1 MVP for the regular season. He averaged 25.7 points per game, 9.5 assists, and 7.5 rebounds for his career. He's paved the way for African American pro athletes, and the Big O will always be a legend and idol to the generations before him.
East leading 14-10. Havlicek 16-10 for the East.
Number 7. Bill Russell. The man that the Finals MVP award was renamed after has found a deserving spot on this list. He is the most decorated player with 11 NBA championships within a span of just 13 years. That goes with 5 regular season MVPs and 12 All-Star appearances. He's seen by many as the greatest defensive player ever. He paved the way for African American pro athletes. Along with Wilt, he's one of just 2 players to have grabbed at least 50 rebounds in a game. For his career, he averaged 15.1 points, 22.5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. Number 6. Shaquille O'Neal. Before he was a TNT game analyst or hosting Shaqtin' a Fool, this man was one of the most dominant players who have ever stepped on an NBA court. At 7'1" and over 300 pounds, this man defined what a big man was. Shaq has racked up 28,596 career points, 13,099 rebounds, and 2,732 blocks for his career. He's a 4-time champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 1-time regular season MVP, and a 15-time All-Star. This dude was known for breaking rims and dunking on anyone who stood in his way. He led the league in field goal percentage 10 times. He also is the only player to record a 40-point, 20-rebound game at least 4 times. This man is definitely a comedian, but his opponents knew not to take him lightly on the court. Number 5. Magic Johnson. Seen by many as the greatest point guard of all time, Magic is no doubt one of the greatest players ever. He's won 5 NBA champions, 3 Finals MVPs, and 3 regular season MVPs. He averaged 19.5 points, 11.2 assists, and 7.2 rebounds for his career. Certainly one of the best all-around players ever, he was the main attraction for the Showtime Lakers. He averaged the most assists per game for any player, and he was a triple-double threat every time he played on the court. He's the only player to have won a Finals MVP in just his rookie season, and he's one of 3 players to record a triple-double in their first playoff game. Magic is a true legend.
With 2. And the Celtics trail by 1 with 2 seconds to go.
Number 4. Tim Duncan. The big fundamental is widely regarded as the greatest power forward of all time, and we agree. It doesn't matter if he was quiet or if the Spurs played a boring style of play. He's one of the most accomplished players to have ever graced an NBA court. He's highly respected by everyone, and it's not hard to see why. He's won 5 championships, 3 finals MVPs, and 2 regular season MVPs. He's currently 14th all-time in scoring, 6th in rebounds, and 5th in blocks for the regular season. For the playoffs, he has a nice lead over anyone else in blocks, and he'll be number 1 in that category for many years. He's won a championship over the span of 3 different decades, if that doesn't help his case for the greatest player of his generation.
Nash all over him. O'Neal with the help. Takes it to the basket. Duncan, a three-pointer. Puts it up. It's good! Tim Duncan from three-point land ties the game!
Number 3, LeBron James. After capping off the greatest comeback in finals history against the greatest regular season team, we now believe he's solidified his case as a top 3 player in NBA history. LeBron has broken countless records in so many categories, and he's making sure everyone knows that we are witnessing greatness. He's had the pressure and spotlight on him since he was a young teenager, and he certainly handled it very well. His human highlight reel is probably the greatest athletic and all-around player we've ever seen. He's also one of the most unselfish superstars to have lived. He's a 3-time champion, 3-time finals MVP, and 4-time regular season MVP. Nobody can deny the fact that simply adding this man to your roster means you will have a playoff spot guaranteed. This triple-double machine has the chance to be number 1 in scoring years down the line. He may also be considered the greatest of all time 5 years from now. LeBron James truly is a force we've never seen before.
Oh, blocked by James! LeBron James with the rejection!
Number 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The man who's number 1 all-time in points with 38,387 points has found his way to number 2 on our list. Kareem's legacy includes 6 NBA championships, 2 finals MVPs, and 6 regular season MVPs. He has a record 19 All-Star appearances, and like Tim Duncan after him, he has sustained dominance for multiple decades. He's one of the most unguardable players to ever live, and he's famous for his skyhook. Seen by many as the greatest center of all time, he's 3rd all-time in rebounds, 3rd all-time in blocks, 2nd in games played, 1st in minutes played, and number 2 in scoring for the playoffs. This man was the definition of basketball excellence.
Ballard fouls him.
Number 1, Michael Jordan. To nobody's surprise, MJ takes the top spot on our list. Going into the details of what he accomplished in his 15-year career, he is responsible for not 1, but 2 different three-peats and all 6 finals MVPs to go with it. He's a 5-time regular season MVP and 14-time All-Star. He's also won a Defensive Player of the Year in 1988. Mike took 10 scoring titles along with 3 steals titles. He's the all-time leading playoff scorer and averaged an insane 33.4 points per game in the playoffs. For the regular season, he averaged 30.1 points per game for his career, which is the most ever by any player. He has the most games scoring at least 30 points or more. Playing all 82 games in just his 3rd season, Jordan averaged an insane 37.1 points per game and had multiple playoff series, including the 1993 finals, averaging at least 40 points. He holds so many other records as well to this day. He was always driven to win and be successful. His legacy will never be forgotten. This highlight reel all-around icon is number 1, and it's not hard to see why.